Hello everyone, I'm Abhrajita Mandal and I'm back. So, you all must be knowing me by now. I'm your holistic health, Ayurveda and Panchakarma and yoga consultant from Kolkata. So, previously I have already released one video of mine in which I've described about Dinacharya. That's the daily routine that you should follow about Ayurveda. So, you can say that was a trailer of what is to come. And today I'll be bringing to you to educate everyone regarding this age old science, this 5,000 years old scientific medical treatment plan, which we all need right now after this coronavirus pandemic. Yes, everyone is turning to Ayurveda once again. The long forgotten science, the medication, the surgeries which we are doing today has come down from one generation to another, and it all started with sage Shushruth, and those who have already done their MD Ayurveda must be knowing about it and will completely agree with me that what we have today is just what has come down to us, and we have changed it quite a bit and we have made it suitable to the current times. So, you must be having this question in your mind, right? So, what is Ayurveda? What does Ayurveda mean? Ayur means life and Veda means knowledge. So, it's the science of life or the knowledge that we can gain about the science of life. This Ayurveda is 5,000 years old and it has come down from the gods. Yes, they were the first practitioners of Ayurveda. So, we are all depending on allopathic modes of treatment currently. So, why this sudden decision to turn Ayurvedic? Ayurveda has been around for quite some time. Like we have already heard of various brands like Dabur, Baidyanath. We are hearing this since the last 15, 20 years or more than that, since we were born basically. And these brands are older than that. Okay. But suddenly, everybody is queuing up in front of medicine stores and Ayurveda stores to get some good tea that we call, or some potion, magic potion that is a herbal potion or something, and such tablets, herbal tablets, and Triphala, Google. You must have heard about it, right? So, yes, we are turning to the Ayurvedic way of life once again. So, how is it different from the allopathic treatment? Okay, so first thing, Ayurveda. There are seven facets of Ayurveda. If you want to know about this scientific remedy to cure all ailments, then you have to know about the basic foundational theories first. And there are seven of them which governs this whole Ayurvedic thing. Being a consultant myself, I have deeply studied this and I'm in a position to explain to you series by series. So, first of all, please like my channel if you are liking this information which I'm providing you, and also subscribe to my channel because I will be presenting you many such theories of life and treatments, preventive medication, all from Ayurveda, all of which will be around say 5,000 years old maybe, and it still has its effectiveness more than allopathy. Okay, let me tell about a bit of allopathy first of all. Allopathic treatment, what is it? I have a headache and I get medicine, have it, and it's cured. So, so how was the treatment done? So it just pacifies the symptoms. Allopathy, the allopathic job is to pacify the symptoms, but Ayurveda goes beyond the symptoms. Ayurveda goes to the root of the problem. Okay, so that is the main difference between allopathy and Ayurvedic mode of treatment. Ayurveda targets the root, allopathy targets the symptoms. Today, we can take up Ayurveda as a holistic wellness and medication methodology in which we can prevent certain maybe all ailments and also cure ailments as well. So, let us discuss about the first facet of Ayurveda. Ayurveda does not change. Yes, it remains the same. Since the last 5,000 years ago, the way the knowledge was passed down, it is being practiced in the same manner today. But allopathy, there are researchers, there are emerging scientific technologies and everything, and allopathic remedies, treatments, medicines are changing. It depends upon research, right? So that's nothing bad. That's a different modality, and Ayurveda is a different modality. You have to accept that. And please let me be very clear to you, Ayurveda is not an alternative mode of treatment. Ayurveda is the actual mode of treatment. Yes, it's different from allopathy, but it is not an alternative mode of treatment like reiki, acupressure, cupping mechanism, or pranic healing, or any such modality that is an alternative therapy. They do have action on human beings body, mind and soul, and I will come to that later. Okay, but in this video we are going to concentrate on Ayurveda. So first facet of Ayurveda I have already explained to you, right? So the first facet is Ayurveda never changes. It's the same. It's the same as it was written down and handed over from the gods to the Rishi Munis down on the earth 5,000 years ago. Yes. So Ayurveda remains the same. What we are practicing today is the same thing that was taught 5,000 years ago. The second facet of Ayurveda is that, like in allopathic medicine, I'm very objective. The doctors are very objective. But Ayurveda is a subjective treatment, preventive and curative both. In Ayurveda, the Vedas judge the environment, try to find out the relationships in the environment, and they compare those reactions in the environment to that of the human body. Let me give you an example. For example, fire. What does fire do? If you put some wood in fire, they are burned to ashes, right? In a similar way, the food that we eat is digested by the body's digestive fires. We have got bile juice, hydrochloric acid. These are produced in the stomach, right? So, these are creating the digestive fire or pitta that is helping in the digestion of the food. The same way in our environment, the fire burns the wood. So now you understand how subjective treatment it is, right? Okay. Now thirdly, we'll talk about the Pancha Mahabhutas. There's something called the Pancha Mahabhuta theory in Ayurveda. It comprises of the five elements. I think everyone knows about the five elements, right? There's space, air, earth, water, and fire. So these are the five elements of nature, and Ayurveda is governed by the five elements of nature. Fourth point, we are coming to the doshas. There are three doshas: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. From the foot to the navel, it's governed by Vata. And from the navel to the chest, just below like this, yes, this is the Pitta section. And above this is the Kapha. So the body is divided into three parts: Kapha, Pitta, and then it's Vata. The bottom part is Vata. Okay. So now there are many variations how these doshas exist in the body, how to find out what dosha you belong to. Well, Ayurvedic practitioners and consultants and Vaidyas generally find out your dosha depending upon a set of questionnaires which consists of some questions pertaining to your mental condition, your physical condition, and your emotional condition. Okay, so it can be around 21 questions or more than that, right? Yeah. So, generally, the Vaidyas, consultants, and Ayurvedic practitioners find out about your dosha from the questionnaires. The final result reveals whether you are a Vata type body or a Pitta type body or you are a Kapha type body. Now, one is not devoid of the other. You have to understand that. In our bodies, all three doshas are already there, but they are available in different percentages. The ratios are different. Like, I'm giving an example, like in my body, Vata may be predominant, but Pitta is also there, and Kapha is very less. So I suffer from more such problems related to vata and kapha, maybe imbalance. When they get imbalanced, doshas can get imbalanced due to various external factors, environmental factors. So I'll call myself a vata and pitta type body. Okay, because those two are predominant. One is more predominant and the second one comes next after vata. So I'm a vata pitta type body. So we can find out about each one's dosha from these questionnaires. Who is vata pitta type, who is pitta kapha type, who is kapha vata type. There are various variations. Okay, let me tell you one thing. A person is born with a single dosha, but in the course of time, as we are, exposed to the environment, different climatic changes, different food habits, and all these things throughout our life. So after 20 years, if we try to find out the dosha of a person, it be a combination. Okay, it will not be the single one that you were born with, right? So you have to know about this facet if you are going into Ayurveda and trying to make Ayurveda a part of your life. Remember one thing, Ayurveda strikes the root cause. Now, coming to the next point, you have all heard about Ritucharya and Dinacharya. It's a daily routine or the monthly or climatic or seasonal routines that we need to follow. Like they say, like don't have cold things at night. Okay, this can aggravate certain doshas. So it's in that respect. So whatever has to be done at whatever time throughout the day or climate or season has to be done that way only. There's no other alternative. In the winters, people are asked not to have too much of cooling substances, yogurts, curds, all these things. So that's because of the kapha. The kapha increases at this time. And so you will have lots of, you will suffer from cough and cold. So that is the reason. And after this, we'll come to some other facets as well. Like you must have heard about the food habits of Ayurveda. Like according to the doshas, you have to have your food. This is very important. In future, I'll definitely come up with a video on the Ayurvedic diet. So you have to eat according to your body type. That is very important. Next, we come to another facet of Ayurveda, like Panchakarma. You have heard of Panchakarma, right? Yes, you must have. And currently, there's a frenzy all around after the pandemic to go for Ayurveda and Panchakarma treatments. Panchakarma, as you know, five. Pancha means five, karma, procedures. These are carried out on the body. And Panchakarma, if you want to define it, it's a rejuvenation of the body. Okay, that is what Panchakarma is all about. Now, rejuvenation cannot take place only externally or internally. It's a combination of both processes. Rejuvenation has to be done internally as well as externally. Panchakarma consists of five procedures. I'll tell you the names. They are Basti, Raktamoshana, Virechana, Vamana. These sound interesting, right? We'll come to the detailed description of all these treatments later on. And also there's Nehana, Swedana, all these things are there. So these all together form the Panchakarma treatments. Apart from this, we'll definitely come to the other facets of Ayurveda in my next video. If you have any queries, you can definitely add it. You can put it in the comment box. And if you liked what I told you about Ayurveda today, you should subscribe to my channel, because I'll be coming up with a whole series on Ayurveda and Panchakarma, because this is the predominant modality of treatment today apart from allopathic way of treatment. And the government has also given a go ahead to most hospitals to include Ayurveda also in the methodology of treatment. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope that this 5,000-year-old Ayurvedic science can heal the mind and body and soul. That is what Ayurveda works on. It works on all three together. Nothing is complete without the other. So that's all for today. And do subscribe to my channel. Bye.